Donovan Mitchell is the MVP. I don't want to hear about Jokic.
Oh, wait.
I don't want to hear about
So
Donovan
before we
Mitchell.
go, but Mike, I'm happy you said that. You see, you were thinking like I am because Andres is one of the ones who believes that Rudy Gobert is better, and we never had a chance to have that conversation.
I remember him saying that nonsense.
Yeah,
Please
so now that he's here, thank you, Mike. So Mike just made a segment into a segment.
Before he gets the chance to explain it, let me, and I want you, in considering your little explanation of Rudy Gobert being better than Donovan Mitchell. So the Jazz were on their little losing streak, right? They was having a little skid before and like right after the All-Star break. And then they noticed there was an issue. They was like, yo, we're getting off to some slow starts in addition to playing some cupcakes. They was like, yo, we getting off to some slow starts. We need to get on the faster starts offensively. So you know what their best player did? He decided, well, since I'm the only one that can get my own shot and get 50, how about I just start scoring more? They're on a 6-game winning streak. In the first 5 games of the 16-game winning streak, Donovan Mitchell is averaging 21 points in the first half and averaging 32 over that streak. They're on a 6-game winning streak. So their best player realized, oh, snap, I have to do something different. Now they're back to being Utah Jazz, the #1 team in the league. Donovan Mitchell is the MVP. Now, please tell me Rudy Gobert is better than him. I can't wait.
He's a funny guy. Listen, man, that team goes as far as Rudy goes because the statistics show it and the eye test shows it too. When Rudy Gobert is on the court, the Utah have a top 3 defense. And when he's not on the court, they have one of the worst defenses in the league. Now, I know what you're going to say. You don't like analytics, whatever you want to call it, yada, yada, yada. I'm not saying
I love analytics.
Mike, I'm not saying you because the problem is a lot of people are very dense and they're not open to learning new things. But Mike, when you and I have a conversation, we're always like, we see eye to eye. Another sample size that we could use, Donovan's rookie year, the Jazz started at 18-27, right? When Gobert came back from his injury, they went 30-7. They lost 7 games the rest of the year. That's one sample size. Okay. So they only got, so this year, right, in the first, I think it was like 30, 35 games, Mitchell was underperforming. He wasn't the 25, 5-5 guy. He was averaging, I think it was like 23, 5-4 on like terrible shooting splits. But guess who showed up? Mike Conley, because Mike Conley and Gobert started playing PNR compared to last year, and they were still winning games. And I've had conversation with numerous Jazz fans, and they've said the same thing. As much as I love Mitchell to get me a bucket, be that guy, I can't say that he's the best player because the defense is completely different. Can you say the offense is different? Yes, you can, because when Donovan Mitchell isn't on the court, the offense is still the same. Mike Conley is still performing. Joe Ingles is still performing. Bogdanovich is still performing, and the defense is a top 3 defense in the league. So as much as I respect your opinion, I'm going to have to disagree.
They're a top 5 offense, and as I just mentioned, the most recent sample size, because Donovan Mitchell's in his 3rd year, not his 1st year. The most you gave me his rookie year, I'm giving you his current year. Okay. So the most recent sample size was Utah got out on the blocks. They was blowing everybody out. People started to catch up to them, started to catch up to how their offense was working. Their offense was affecting their defense because their defense was horrible in that stretch. They made one little tweak. The tweak was they started to get more production offensively faster. Mainly, Donovan Mitchell started to score more. It facilitated their defense. Defense always understand something, and this is what I believe about basketball. Defense supports your offense. Your offense is that's the core that you need. In other words, what they say about the Nets, they say the Nets have to get an average defense. I disagree with that. And then they can have their great. But look, you've never heard the reverse. You've never heard a team say, oh, they could just keep their #1 defense and have the worst offense in the league. Even the Chauncey Billups Detroit Pistons were able to score in moments with that great defense. You've never had that. That's because offense is such a premium. That's why the league is turning more towards offense. Offense is such a premium, and particularly in the playoffs. You saw it last year when Rudy Gobert was getting eat alive. You saw last year what Donovan Mitchell had to do to go head-to-head with Jamal Murray.
That was
because Rudy Gobert gets killed religiously by the other centers.
That was the bubble, though. In the Jazz,
he plays a good role as a defensive anchor. That's what he's supposed to do.